I'm Rick Kaler. Thanks for joining me. A survey done earlier this year by Forbes Insider found, and I need a drum roll, the people who live in states with a lower cost of living are able to save more than those who live in more expensive places. Maybe we should make that an eye roll rather than a drum roll. I love research that expands my knowledge base and gives me new ideas. Kind of annoyed by research that tells me something that's obvious. To identify states where it is most difficult to save, Forbes Advisor compared all 50 states and the District of Columbia across 10 metrics spanning 4 key categories: income and debt, cost of living, taxes, and housing. Hawaii tops the list as the state where it's most difficult to save and where the cost of living is highest. Rounding out the top 5 are California, Maryland, New York, and New Jersey. At the opposite extreme are the states where residents find it the easiest to save money thanks to the low cost of living. North Dakota ranks first, followed by South Dakota, West Virginia, Missouri, and Ohio. In general, the Northeast dominates the 10 states where saving is the hardest, while Midwestern states rank heavily in the 10 where the saving is easiest. One of the factors behind these not-so-surprising results is the disproportionate relationship between wages and the cost of living. While wages can tend to be somewhat higher in states with a high cost of living, the difference is not enough to compensate for the living expenses. Let me give you an example. In March 2019, I wrote about the findings of a survey I did of fee-only financial planning firms from all parts of the country. I found that a lead financial planner, and that's one with 10 years or more of experience, earned $120,000 to $160,000 with a median salary of $135,000. However, while earnings were the same for planners in Redwood City, California, and Rapid City, South Dakota, the cost of living in Redwood City was 3 times higher than Rapid City. Is there any question why people living in lower cost of living areas save more? I don't think so. So then why do people choose to work and live in expensive places? I've worked with more than one overspending client who could have maintained their desired standard of living and also fund their retirement plans if they moved from a high cost of living state to a low cost of living state. I have an acquaintance who moved to Hawaii in his 40s to fulfill a lifelong dream, only to find he could barely eke out a living through house sitting and working 2 low-paying jobs with no benefits. In the decade that he spent there, he was unable to save for retirement. When poor health forced him to retirement in his mid-60s, his only income was a meager Social Security benefit. Yet pointing out the financial realities is seldom enough reason to persuade someone to relocate, nor are finances alone necessarily the right reasons to choose where to live and work. Research tells us that around 90% of all financial decisions are made emotionally, and the reason people choose to live in high cost of living locations are clearly emotional. Those emotions are tied to a variety of factors: closeness to family and friends, familiarity, stability, a sense of belonging, community, or the pleasure of living in a place that someone sees as paradise. The benefits and amenities of life in a high cost of living area are experienced in the present. That means today. The future benefits and amenities that come with sufficient retirement income are vague ideas of the future. The here and now emotional rewards of living in a place that feels like home far outweigh the future financial benefits of moving. Thanks for joining me.